BR259. Now, unlike lots of the videos online, they show you this back piece here unscrews and it goes on the cable, but this piece does not unscrew. It's just a two-piece unit. The back bit that you put on the cable first, and this bit that you cut your cable to go down inside, and then you've got to cut it so the outer casing, the outer wire stays in here, and the other bit got to stick through with the coax covering on it, but then the centre piece got to come through here. After 3 attempts I've cut it and I haven't been able to see the bit sticking out the end there, and I've cut the end of the cable, and they tell you to cut it back, the outside one 8mm and then the inside one another 8mm, so you've got 16 overall. But if you do that, by the time you stick this through, it only goes through so far, and it's not long enough. It ends up about, instead of going right through, it ends up sort of just going to there, and you can't see the end there. So what I do now is I'll show you how far I cut it back, and I'll measure it after I cut it. Let me cut it first and I'll show you after I cut it. Okay, so there's the cable now. I've cut it, and as you can see I've just cut it. I didn't measure it, but as it turns out I've cut it, and it's cut to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, just under 50mm. Now I'll cut the outside. When I fold that back now, I'll cut the next one more or less as it's told to be done on YouTube or any other fittings that you read. I'll do that now. Okay, there you go. I've now folded it back. So I've ended up with all that folded back. It doesn't matter, it's going to go inside the unit. Let me just get the unit over. At the end of the day, that has got to go up inside of that and end roughly about there. Now as you can see, if I cut that back roughly at that point where it needs cutting, all that will be sticking out the end. Then after, I'll just cut it off. Now as you can see, it's cut back. I have that much sticking out, but there's a little bit of plastic there, which is to stop the shorting out. Now that'll go inside of that now, roughly about there. And as you can see, I'm going to be able to see the end, no trouble at all. And what I do, I tin that now before I put it in, so it just goes in one piece and it got flux all over it. Okay, so there you go. We have 50mm folded back out of the cable, about 8mm of inner rubber, and then the outside piece, as I say, the very tip is just, sorry this is hard to keep it, the very tip of the wire is soldered and tinned, so as when it goes into the other bit here, it doesn't fray back and have any chance of touching the outer one. And as always, don't forget to put the main screw-in bit on the cable first. As you can see now, I've got plenty of cable there, plenty of cable on the end, and that now is ready, and that just screws on at this point here. But I know there's no contact inside because you can see it there, it's all clean and green. And that, when I've cut it off, will be ready for soldering. There now you can see she's on the end, sticking out. And that point there is now screwed on as tight as I can get it. And the outer is ready to screw on, ready for the finished job. All that at the back there, that's loose, you can either leave that, because I should be taping mine, I'm putting them on a joiner, I'll show you in a minute. Or you can cut it back and get rid of the worst of it. But it doesn't matter if it shorts to this casing, because this casing is all part of that anyway. That's the main one, it mustn't short to anything other than that central lead. Okay, now I'm satisfied that it's all okay, and by the time I got the fitting over the top, I'm going to be happy with what I got. I now snip that end piece off. All I've lost by cutting that oversize is inch off my cable, and take it from me, that ain't enough to worry about. Okay, I'll now screw that on. there you go, you have one fitted left in. Now my aerial, I'll get the other end, the aerial end now is this here, this here now is the end from the aerial. The aerial I need to be able to take on and off the boat without having to take all the wire off the boat, because where my boat is, it'd be easy to walk out to it and knit the aerial, and they are quite dear to buy. You're talking £48, so it's no joke. So that now is fitted, and it's got the connector there that it'll come off on. Eventually, when I finish, this and that one will be soldered together as well, so that it won't come undone, and it'll all be taped. So when I break the aerial off the boat, all I take off is this one I take this away and leave this one on the boat next to where the aerial is going to be fitted. No doubt you've seen that on my boat. Okay, hope you enjoyed that anyway. It does make it a lot easier. As I say, I tried cutting it 3 times and I couldn't see that little end there. So I'll just solder it now and show you it's soldered along with the other one. 2 seconds. Well, there you go. A little bit of solder in the end there, and I would say my soldering is second to none, but in actual fact you'd rather have none. But no, I've done many of these. On every boat I've had a bit of the radio, and I've never had one not work yet. So this type of socket though with just a screw in and no backing thread isn't as easy as they would have you think. But there you go. All ready now to go on to the end of me aerial fitting. If it doesn't fit now at this point, there you go, in she goes, and then just there, the other bit now comes back up and over and screws on, and there you go, one fitted adapter, and there's the aerial. That's meter 0.25. And just before I do stop, I must admit my my little tester here that I test all my access with, I got this nasty habit of every time I leave it on, which is what I've done today. I've come out, it's off now, I just put it off, but the battery's flat, so I can't test it. But later on down in the garage I'll run the light bulb through to the point and see if they're working. So I finished product. That end there goes up to the aerial, and the fitting inside is fixed now with tape, so it's taped against the weather, and then there's the actual connector. That is where it would be took off every time I take the aerial off and put in the cabin. That's where it would be broke. That end's got tape on it just to protect the outer casing, but at least now I won't be taking apart the different ones every time. So I don't usually screw that one up tight, that one's as tight as it goes so it won't come undone. Easy fitting for the boat. Thank you. This is the last one to be fitted. I'll cancel that until the radio's been fitted through the boat. That's where the radio is. As I say, they're a little bit dear, you wouldn't want them nicked. Okay, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope it makes somebody's life a little bit easier, because as I say, I had 3 goes before I got the end sticking out. Thanks for watching. Pete out.